You created so many special VR projects for us. Which one is your favorite?
Maybe the Christmas one we did. It's the first one that we had the camera system set up for. So yeah, there were a lot of nice shots compared to the previous ones that we had where we were just using the handheld camera. Well, usually I will make like really terrible looking MS Paint drawings of how I imagine it would look. Does everybody have a model? Is the model in theme? Is it working properly? Is the tracking working properly? We would do a lot of testing for every model to make sure that nothing on it was, you know, broken in VR chat.
We would meet up, like you would ask us to meet up maybe an hour before. My God, we always had delays because there were always so many problems that appear, right? Everybody's having some kind of issue.
VR full body tracking, there's quite a lot of issues that you can run into. And even though we would have it set up before stream, you know, preparing to really go live, and somebody's like, oh man, my arm is not working, what do we do? And then it's kind of really fast tech solutions, trying to juggle multiple things at once. I had a lot of fun designing the camera controls that we ended up using that now we've used for a few VR things, and I think even other people have used it too for their VR chat events.
I've used it also for my Easter event and also my collab.
Anna, Reine, Ira. I'm glad. That's why I made it, hoping that other people could also benefit from it. Of course, I didn't do the coding or anything from it, but I did design like the console and kind of layout for how it should work, so somebody could operate it.
Do you ever get stressed out when you're like so many of us girls and everybody's having issues? Do you get stressed out when everybody's like, Ame, can you help me with this? And then while you're explaining something to one girl, there's another girl like, Ame, how do I do this? I can't.
I actually think that part is fun for me. I like the multitask where it's like, for me, like in the moment, I don't know, my brain just goes into this kind of calm state where I just I see all the options equally, if that makes sense, and then try to think about them all at the same time, and kind of calming but really satisfying also once we get it all working. So yeah, pays off.
Dan went as far as making your own 3D studio. Is that something you always wanted to do?
Well, I guess it kind of also happened because I know you wanted to find a way to do your concert. And
because we couldn't use a Japanese studio yet.
We didn't have access to the tech to do it. How can we solve this problem? I really like researching new tech and stuff, so learning more about it. Like I did know about a lot of mocap stuff. Obviously, there's like, learning more on how to do like bigger scale tracking was really exciting. Set out to do that specifically, but it just kind of was like a whim, and I just followed it, and you know, it really worked out. And that's kind of how I do a lot of stuff, which is probably not a good idea because it can be a gamble. But yeah, when I follow my passions, it tends to pay off a bit.
We kind of maybe got frustrated or like lost our patience if we have to wait so long to go to Japan to do our 3D debut. So you were thinking a lot. We had like meetings, and you brought up all these things like how we could do a 3D debut from home potentially. We didn't use it in the end, but it became a solution for home 3D for all of EN at the time before Mokopi, guys.
There were other VTubers that were doing it, so I was not the first one, but the company also took a little bit of a gamble in terms of investing and getting that solution for everybody, because it was something that I had bought on my own, and I would have like a meeting with some of the tech of the company, and I was like, look, we can use it like this, we can send data like this, and I pretty much showed them like how versatile it was, and I think off of that they just invested in it.
I don't think that the home 3D, I don't think it would have been on Cover's mind to provide us with home 3D, especially with EN. The reason why we got it at the time was because of Corona. We couldn't go to Japan, and even once we were able to go to Japan, we still just didn't have as much opportunities to use the studio because we live overseas or so mostly, and the studio is fully booked or whatever. So just to give us like more ways of doing things was like really great that you had brought up these things and presented it to the management, so it was on their mind, and they were like, you know, okay, maybe we should do this, and they actually considered it and made it a thing and bought us these solutions. So
I think even people even people still use it today, so I'm glad that everybody can benefit from that.
Legendary.